Today on the Daily News, President Trump explained what he meant when he said, when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Democratic Party have launched new attack against President Trump. President of Honduras and his wife have caught the coronavirus. And finally, Reverend Dr. Rev Owusu Bempah replied Mugabe of Power FM. Hello to you all and welcome to the Daily News on Top-G TV. My name is Albert Kwame Ajimai Prempe and I'm going to be your host for today's developing story and updated news. Without wasting my time, let me just move on. And also, don't forget to look down this video that there is a red button that says subscribe. Kindly hit on that button and subscribe to our channel. Also, there is a bell next to the button that goes ding. Yeah, when you hit on that bell too, you will be notified whenever we upload a new video, new content, new story on the channel. You'll be the first one to get your hands on those stories and videos. Alright, thank you so much for subscribing to Top-G Multimedia. We do appreciate you a lot and welcome to the Top-G Multimedia family. And also don't forget to leave your comments below and also share this video to your loved ones and your friends as well. Thank you so much for your cooperation. So moving on, you remember when President Trump tweeted when the looting started, the shooting started, when the protesters were protesting in Minnesota for the death of George Floyd, right? You do remember, right? So Fox News host, a lady sat down with him and questioned him about the words he used in his tweets, and these are the answers he gave the host.
You look at me and I'm Paris on TV, but I'm a black woman. Yeah. I'm a mom. And, you know, and you've talked about it, but we haven't seen you come out and be that consoler in this instance. And the tweets, when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Why those words?
So that's an expression I've heard over the years. And it
Do you know
really
where it comes
means
from?
I think Philadelphia, the mayor of Philadelphia,
No,
from what
it comes from 1967. I was about 18 months old at the time. Everybody's shooting Wiki because they probably got it wrong. But it was from the chief of police in Miami. He was cracking down, and he meant what he said. And he said, I don't even care if it makes it look like brutality, I'm going to crack down when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Yeah. That frightened a lot of people when you tweeted
Well, it
that.
also comes from a very tough mayor who I might have been police commissioner at the time, but I think mayor of Philadelphia named Frank Rizzo. And he had an expression like that. But I've heard it many times from, I think it's been used many times. It means two things, very different things. One is if there's looting, there's probably going to be shooting, and that's not as a threat, that's really just a fact because that's what happens. And the other is if there's looting, there's going to be shooting. They're very different meanings.
Oh, interesting.
Welcome back. So you all heard him. It seems that our man, President Trump, doesn't even know his history. Come on, bro. Come on, you've got to learn your history. You've got to know your history. Do you need some history books? Really? You didn't even know where the words came from. The host had to tell you, she had to school you to let you know where those words came from. And you were trying to just, explain it by fumbling and didn't even know what you have to do. Come on, President Trump. Oh my God, really? Seriously? I have headache. My head hurts so bad. Come on, really? And what are the Republicans sitting down there doing? Nothing? Because they're scared to speak against President Trump. Mitch McConnell. I believe that if the president was a Democratic president, you would have been the first person to come out and speak against his actions. Why are you not talking right now? You're the Senate leader, the majority leader. Why are you not talking right now? Why are you letting this country be let down to the gutter? I mean, come on, man. We all love the president. We want him to do better. But you guys are sitting behind and letting the president drive the car. I don't even know if he has a driver's license. Driving a car into the gutter. And you are being a quiet passengers in the car. Speak up, Republicans. Other than that, when November approaches, the people of this country, they're going to show you that they have power. They place you there and they can take you there. And you know, I think your seat is being shaken right now. Because your competitor is coming fast against you to kick you out of the seat. So you better step up. And this goes to all Republican senators and Republican congressmen and women. We're tired of you guys trying to just watch on, don't want to say anything. Let him do whatever he likes. American people are not stupid people. We are reasonable people. You know? Come on, man. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, gosh. So let's move on, man. Yeah, let's move on. So the Democratic Party has they've launched their new ad for 2020 against President Trump, and you know what? The content in the ad is so boom, like fire. Let's go and take a watch. Let's watch what the ad says and the things in the ad right now. I don't know if I have to scoop and watch it with you, or maybe I'll just let you watch it and then maybe we can just talk about it afterwards. All right, so let's take a look.
5 years ago, Donald Trump descended to the basement of Trump Tower. For the last 5 years, he's brought America down with him, attacking healthcare for patients with pre-existing conditions, giving massive tax cuts to billionaires, not working families, praising white supremacists, stoking racial division, a White House in chaos, losing 300,000 jobs in a failed trade war with China, locking children in cages. He ignored science on coronavirus and misled the American people, stating it would miraculously go away. It didn't. Now, over 100,000 dead Americans, 20 million jobs destroyed, recession.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
He shredded our alliances and turned our military on American citizens. You have the power to end the descent of our nation, to choose justice, unity, leadership, because we can't afford 4 more years of Trump.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
So what do you think of the ad? Right? It has some powerful punches in it, right? Yeah. It talks about the child separation, the immigration policy of President Trump, the coronavirus pandemic issues, the white nationalist rally that went on in Charlottesville, Virginia. That was in the year 2017, and everything that this president is doing wrong. These guys have taken real advantage of it. They've compiled it all together and put it out there to fight against him in the upcoming election. So I don't know. One thing is that I don't know what the Democrats are also going to do when they come in power. This is politics. They use different ways and means, different ways in attacking each other. And then when they get to the office, the Oval Office, they don't do nothing. It's just like all the promises they made to the people seems to be squashing out. They just say that just to, to cheer up the people, for the people to feel more motivated and inspired to go to throw them out there to the polling areas and then get their vote. And after the people vote for them, they don't even do whatever they promise the people anymore. So I don't even know if the Democrats are really serious about this. But the only good thing that they have for them is right now this president is actually messing up. This president is not doing the right thing right now. I believe that if this president should have a change of heart and a change of mind and turn around real quick and just do something that could, that could excite the people, he will win all the voters that he had lost from the time he began taking some wrong actions, and he began making some nasty decisions to this time. I believe that if this president should be able to turn things around real quick, he will win them over back to him again. I don't know if his advisors are going to do that. But guess what though? Even in all this mess, upon all what is happening right now, President Trump still have millions of people fighting over his ticket They are fighting over to get his ticket and attend his rallies. So that means that there are numerous or countless people of Americans who love President Trump and believe in whatever actions he is taking right now. So this road to the White House is going to be boom. It's going, the Democrats shouldn't think that because of what is happening right now, they're going to have everything on a silver platform. I don't know the policies of Joe Biden. I don't know what he's going to do. Let us all watch. There's still more time. It's about 6 months more to 5 months to 6 months more to election. Anything can happen, anything can change. Okay, so just follow it and join us, Top-G Multimedia, as we follow them gradually, and I'm bringing you every news from the road to the White House onto your table. All right. Thank you so much. And then so let's move on to the next one. So the president of Honduras, the Honduran president, Juan Orlando Hernandez, unfortunately tested positive to the coronavirus. During the weekend, over the weekend, he felt a little bit uncomfortable in his skin. He felt some ways, the way he naturally feels, and he realized that this is not like something that he's used to. So he felt the cold and others of the symptoms that portrays that you may be having the virus. He felt all those symptoms, and he went out there to test for the virus, and unfortunately the sad news is that yes, he tested positive. And not only he did test positive, his wife, the first lady of Honduras, Ana Garcia, and her 2 aides have also tested positive to the virus. All right, so according to the president of Honduras, President Juan Orlando Hernandez, according to him, he's going to continue his presidential duties while he stays away in isolation, and then also do what he has to do and abiding by the World Health Organization guidelines, and also making sure that he get the right treatment for the virus. Okay, according to him, also he also made mention that he had initially followed every guidelines that was issued out there by World Health Organization, WHO, but unfortunately in his dealings with people, business transaction for the country and everything might be what might have led him in catching the disease. So it's also an advice to you and I that we also have to be very careful. Even though you may have tested negative previously, you still have to be very careful when you're dealing with people in public or when you're going out there in public. So you have to stay safe, stay healthy, put on the preventive mask and wash your hands frequently, as we are being told by World Health Organization and the Center for Disease Control. All right, so we wish the president of Honduras and his wife Ana Garcia, we wish them very well, and we hope they get recovered speedily. All right, thank you so much for your time on this. All right, so finally, you remember Reverend Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempah. He is a well-known prophet in Ghana. All right, yeah, he started prophesying when I was, I think, at the age of 12 years old or so. When I got to know him, when I got to know who this man is. All right, and I believe that before that he had already prophesied to people before I was even born. All right, so a journalist in Ghana by name Mugabe.Topg, unleashed certain insults against him just because the journalists felt like the prophet prophesied for the ruling government to come to power, and it has caused some sort of tension between the two parties, and this is kind of causing a little bit uneasiness in the country. But before I actually move on furtherly, let us go and then look or listen to what the journalist Mugabe Mase had to say to the prophet, all right, in his radio studio. So let's all take a look right now.
Let's stop them once and for all. Yejeja omache enti Kennedy Japan free say now no ha momosofu na mowa ne na ho ekuro sa sofu na wapo no ho te sa preko no ya waware na yeja anan no ekuro da ne na ho ekuro sa sofu na wote eye agene gano no ekuro da ne na ho ekuro na da ne na ho nti waware oba bia wopeso oba ne ntafri kuro num nti wa ntafri ma oba ne hu so temi ntafri ma no wafri ho waware na yeja anan sa odwan no koya moni gene ho sa okot man no moni gene ho.
Welcome back. And Reverend Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempah have also come out with a reply. Alright, so before we furtherly discuss anything about this beef or this issue going on between these two guys, let us also hear what the prophet also have to say to the journalists, and then when we come back we will all talk about this.
Sir Brantie Mugabe na o kasa no. We nya first time odi matem. We di matem we ne brebi. Odi matem am ye call radio XYZ. Many management ne ko kasa NDC ni bi san be di matem hono ma eya kasa kasa. Unim say Mugabe East Legon police station. Mako akwa me statement. Ama Mugabe no so aba ho. Aye ni kwa senko kasa didi Owusu Bempah atem kura bi. Eso still odi mate. Na mpesa me busa se enti East Legon police station commander no wahu ana. Ohu ye ochena ye de beba ka kokyere no.
Okay.
Mesma mo di o ya kokyere no. Enti Ghana fo ahu se Mugabe di matem. Na se me ni Mugabe kogina court. Se me osofo a me pema nso a me ne Mugabe kogina court na me yi me na ho na se kro bia na me na ho a ti dia pa na Mugabe obeka se me catch me yere se me yere ntafiri mi krum sabe asema ani enyan.
Okay, so welcome back. Right, so you heard the prophet, you heard the journalist. Honestly, I don't think this is right. Seriously. I don't know if politics have become so cheap in Ghana that anybody can just say anything that they want to anybody. I don't want to sound like I'm really speaking for the prophet, but dude, the journalist is so wrong. And this is not the first time this particular journalist has unleashed insult to the elders or to the leaders of the country. He was among the Muntie Three when they insulted and then threatened to rape certain judges and were later arrested and thrown into prison, but was later released by the party whom he do support. I don't think it is right because Reverend Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempah, I don't know him personally, but I've seen him. I saw him, I think, at the age of 15 years in a city in Ghana called Dansuma, Akoko Photo, Assemblies of God, when he prophesied to certain people. This man started prophesying, I think it's been over years ago, ages. One thing about the people of this generation is that they only want good things to be spoken to them. They only want to be told good stuff. But they don't care about the lifestyle that they are leading. They only care about what you have to tell them has to be something good. And guess what? Truth be told, nobody can tell God what he has to tell his people or his nation. See, when you take a look in the Bible, from the Old Testament to the New Testament, all the prophets in the Bible, they deliver a message from God to the people about the behavior of the people. Look at Nineveh. When God sent Jonah to go to Nineveh, what was the purpose? It was for Jonah to deliver that message and to strongly warn them about the kind of lifestyle they were leading in Nineveh. This is the same thing. When the prophet of God delivers a message from God to the people, you've got some prophet who comes out and tell them that whatever they are saying is not from God. Who told you? How did you know? Rev Owusu Bempah has been prophesying not today. I mean, he's been prophesying from ages. Alright? And this man, even though people tag him to be the ruling party's member, I mean, who cares anyway? Every prophet, every pastor in the world do have a party that they do admire, or do have a party that they belong to. They just don't come out to say it. But you can tell that they belong to this party or they belong to that party. Who cares? As far as the person can vote, he also has a right to speak his mind when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? But that doesn't give the right to that journalist to be insulting the man of God like that. And sometimes I blame some of our own Christian brothers and Christian sisters. Christian brother, Christian sister, Christian brother. The fact that maybe you belong to the opposition party doesn't mean that you have to go against what the man of God will say to the nation. You've got so many Christians insulting this man. And that has led to these journalists who have also taken it upon themselves to be insulting men of God. I'm not speaking for him, but I have followed his prophecies. He's never lied. So suck it up. Mugabe, suck it up. Suck it up. I don't care if you frame with people, if you sit down with people, you know what I mean? You have to be certain that whatever you are saying is actually true. But you know well within you that many of the words, many of the utterances that you are making in your radio station, in your studio, you know very well that those utterances are false. But you're trying to say it and say it and say it for the false words to become true. And it's never like that. Sometimes I always I wish the man of God would just keep quiet. But sometimes you have to respond to the stupid man, so the stupid will not think that they are wise. Sometimes. But I just believe that, the people whom he surrounded himself with will advise him to just brush certain things off. That's power for you. That's politics. And many of you who go on social media and trying to insult this man of God, be very careful. Be very careful. Sometimes you might not see the consequences of your insult, but your children and your children's children might come to bear the consequences. Because let me tell you something with my last word. When the people of Israel sinned against God on the desert, God did not punish them, but the punishment descended down to their children and their children's children because of the sinful act that their great-grandparent put forth against God. Do not. I'm not saying the man is perfect. There are certain things that he does that I don't actually agree with. But you have to be very careful when you are speaking against a prophet of God who has actually prophesied who has actually given so many prophecies and seems to be accurate on those. A word to the wise. It always has to be in the north. Or enough. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Albert Kwame Agyemang-Prempeh, and this is Daily News on Top-G TV. We shall meet again, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Love you all, man, and we shall meet again. Bye.